Hey folks, this is Glenn. I turned my Ram Pro Master into this cool house on wheels, which I use to travel around the country, visiting interesting locations that connect my lifelong career in entertainment with my love of cool movies, true crime, great food, and offbeat adventures. Join me, and sometimes my dog Bijou, as we take you left of the spotlight. Hey everybody, this is Glenn, just left of the spotlight. I got back from my California trip recently. I'm sporting my Santa Cruz shirt. Loved Santa Cruz. I'm with my sister in the car right now. She's getting gas, but we are on our way to do a bucket list thing right now. For me, I've never been to a drive-thru in my life. That's my sister Rhonda. Say
Hello.
Hi. And so we are heading up to Thornton to do to see Christmas Vacation, and Randy Quaid is going to be there. So we're going to say hi to Randy Quaid, get a picture with him, hopefully. And yeah, I'm excited. We're also going out to Ginzetti's, one of my favorite restaurants, because it's all you can eat and it's good. And it's reasonably priced. So if you're ever around like I think that's in Thornton as well, or Westminster, Colorado, Ginzetti's, awesome restaurant, Italian, lots to eat, and give yourself some time to digest. Here we go, off to the drive-in. 88 Drive-In, I believe this is the last weekend of the season, and I heard they're closing down soon, so it might be the last shows ever. Alright, this place was a really cool example of too much being just enough. I was in Nipton, California, taking pictures of the Joshua trees as I was driving along Highway 15, and I pulled off at this exit and saw this amazing truck stop that was abandoned and graffitied everywhere, broken glass and just crap. And it was one of the most beautiful works of art that I had ever seen. There was a few people that had pulled over just to take a look at it and were taking pictures as well. But for the most part, it was in the middle of nowhere and nobody was around. I looked up the town. I think it said it had about 15 people as a population. So once again, I went through Vegas, a quick cut through Arizona, then through Utah, where I apparently missed the sign that said no services for the next 106 miles. And 106 miles later, I coasted into the gas station on fumes, and my van was not even registering gas at this point. I crossed the border into Colorado, where I spent the night at the Love's truck stop in Grand Junction, and once again, shout out to Love's for being a great place to catch a few Z's, grab a meal or a snack, and fill up your tanks. The next morning, I watched the sun rise over the Colorado River in the town of Fruita. I forget sometimes that the river runs in the opposite direction on this side of the divide. Most of the leaves at this altitude have dropped by this time in late October. I followed the river along I-70 going east and pulled off the scenic overlook to catch the stunning view of Dillon Reservoir. Frisco is really a charming mountain town located south of the reservoir and west of Breckenridge, where a pretty memorable scene was filmed from National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Clark, who is played by Chevy Chase, superlubes his sled and he careens down the hill of Peak 8. He dodges trees and snowbanks with sparks shooting out of his butt, and he crosses Summit Boulevard, just about in front of this Taco Bell that is currently there. He dodges traffic and he catapults into the Walmart parking lot in Frisco, skidding down the center lane, and he crashes into the donations bin that was located at the front entrance. After all of these years, it's got a new look, but here is where that was shot, at the Frisco Walmart near Breckenridge. We then head up the hill toward the Eisenhower Tunnel, the Eisenhower-Johnson Tunnel. Eisenhower heads west and was completed in 1973, and the Johnson side heads east, and that was completed in 1979, just a little side note. We head out of the tunnel towards the Loveland Pass area, and as I drive along, I'm kind of looking towards the side of the road, seeing if there's any kind of bighorn sheep or elk or anything. Sometimes you can see them on the side of the road. There is a lot of wildlife in the mountains. Black bear. I've had mountain lions in my front yard. Here's one of them, caught on my night camera in Lyons, Colorado. On my way back home, I stopped in the mountain town of Silverthorne, a popular area for shopping featuring over 50 stores and factory outlets, and bought myself a little happy. I took in some polo, then headed back toward Boulder, and back in time where it is still Halloween week. The beginning of this video hadn't been filmed yet, and back at the mile-high altitude, the leaves are still in full color. Bijou was overjoyed to have me home from California, and I was really glad to see her. She didn't get to go with me on my trip west because many of the locations I had planned to visit didn't allow dogs. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation is a movie close to my heart because I worked as a stage manager and technical director for Second City in LA for many years. Chevy Chase is tied to many of the comedic actors with whom I've worked during my career. He is a branch off the National Lampoon tree and one of the many SNL roots, growing the brand of comedy that I fondly grew up with. While Christmas Vacation and the holidays in general are a time for happiness and cheer, my next episode is going to take us back to Christmas Day of 1996 in Boulder, Colorado. 6-year-old beauty queen JonBenet Ramsey was murdered in her upscale home. My roommate at the time was the first detective on the scene when the young girl's lifeless body was found, and the nation watched a real-life murder mystery unravel. Thanks for joining me, and I look forward to bringing you many more videos. Subscribe and like if you would like to see what else is going on to the left of the spotlight.